When it rains, it pours, and with it comes plenty of noise.
Have you spoken a bit more this week during training about getting Damien Cook's running game out a bit more? He didn't run as many times as he used to.
When he came into the game and started to make his reputation, it was a lot of running, but the game's changed a fair bit since then, and they're all marking better. So I'm never really overly critical of his running game because it's just not always, you're not allowed those opportunities sometimes. The Storm did a good job on us there, and we weren't winning the ruck, so they dominated that a fair bit, and that nullified what he could do. So, yeah.
Do you think the criticism of Damien and the fact that he's being stifled in that running game is a little bit unfair this week?
Oh no, look, first one to me, he didn't have a great running game, but as I said, it comes to opportunities, and I don't want him running out there and getting tackled and going nowhere, and then we lose more momentum because he's not a big guy, so he's not going to win that tackle. He's not going to play the ball quick for us, and we're trying to play off the back of that. So those days are going to happen. They'll happen again this season, but the end result is he's an absolute threat out of dummy half, and he'll get it right.
Full credit to any fan who turns up today from either club, but I've already seen some of our fans that were in Melbourne last week as well, and they're here again today, so it shows you the passion and the loyalty they've got for our great club. I think people are ready to put the pandemic behind them in some ways and get back to normal and get out and watch their favourite players and their favourite teams play.
Here, Cook goes across to Walker, out the back, touch on by Mitchell, Johnston into space, back on the inside, Walker is there, the left edge of the Rabbitohs. They can really lay on some points, and that was terrific.
Isn't that a penalty? Isn't that a penalty?
Back to Reynolds, who Grubbers, Cook is there, Walker fell over, and it's Reynolds trailing through, who grabs 4 points for the Rabbitohs.
Beautiful work from the little maestro, Adam Reynolds.
That's it. Come back to this left-hand side. Cook sees some space, throws a dummy, runs to Walker, still looking for the line, he gets to it. I think with the referee saying no try, you couldn't overturn it given what we saw. Terry Evans jumping out of dummy half, Grubbers for himself, toes it forward again, winning the race, got a clip, and as a result he'll go to the bin for 10 minutes. Shows it, sees a bit of space, and he makes South Sydney pay. The 40 Reynolds from inside it. Surely he wasn't thinking about a 40-20, well he was.
20, let's go.
Now Walker tries to put one in himself, a ricochet off Cherry Evans. It's still there for the Rabbitohs, and Mitchell thinks he scored. Bonus 4 points as the siren was sounding for South Sydney.
Getting a bit more momentum through the middle, and I'm just going to take my chances, so that's how the game goes.
We need some super glue, Jason Saab. He's got fresh air, and he can really motor. So can Damien Cook. What a chase by the hooker. Crash ball, lost it backwards, gave it to Marty to Powell. Now Marshall, a dummy, he's away, gives it to Nichols. Fresh air in front of him, looking for an option. Walker was there, he hung on to it the forward. Cook from dummy half, he takes them on, he scores! Damien Cook jumping in and coming up with a big 4-pointer here for the Rabbitohs. Cook waits. Now Walker out the back. Mitchell, great hands this time. That should do it. Mitchell for Johnston, who gets another 4-pointer. His fabulous career in red and green. Rabbitohs too good here at Brookvale.
For a lot of us last year, a trip down Botany Road wasn't as easy as it sounds. The simplest things we take for granted are always the ones we miss most.
Botany Road to the place our Lord. the place I belong. Back to Redford, south of Sydney. Take me home, rock and roll. Take me home, rock and roll, to the place I belong. Back to Redford, south of Sydney. Take me home, rock and roll.
My name's Jake Murphy. This is my father, Fish Murphy. He's come down from Queensland. Obviously, with the whole COVID thing, it's all kicked off.
Burley Heads.
Burley Heads. Brookvale's his favourite ground. Ever since I was a kid, he's always said Brookvale Oval has been his favourite ground. Obviously, after the whole COVID things happened, Dad said to me when it was kicking off last year, he's like, mate, the only thing I want to do is just get to Brookvale Oval and watch the Souths game. And here we are today.
We just love coming here to Brookvale. We've got kicked in the guts here before. It's good to come back year after year. It doesn't matter how we're going or whatever, but we love this ground. Is fantastic. It's iconic.
I love attacking footy. I love to run the ball, and that's always my game plan if the opportunity's there. So it was nice on the weekend to have a few runs out at dummy half.
Do you reckon Wayne planted that story so you'd read it and get a rev up?
Were you surprised with Damien Cook's critics last week? And to those people, I guess you had a pretty good statement tonight.
I'm never surprised about the critics. But they don't build monuments to critics.
Back on the streets of South Sydney, excitement is building for the biggest game of the year.
This rain's going to go till Wednesday. Settle down. These have to be the slowest lights in Sydney. My daughter goes for East, youngest, and my sister-in-law in Minto goes for East too, and we was texting each other yesterday afternoon about the game. How they went, but I said, what happened last year when it was 60-8, South Sydney? She shut up then. They're going to have that on their mind next week too, you know. Robinson, yeah. I think he'll be reminding them. Don't think about last year. Good side on what I watched last night. In my opinion, we got a better side. Grab your bag, bud. No, you don't know. Come on, walk up this way. Come on, quick.
We'll have to use it after school?
Yeah.
You know, I understand the rivalry. I grew up in the area, but for the boys that, I guess for someone like Benji or Jai, who sort of are pretty new to the club, don't really understand the rivalry as in-depth as, you know, some of the juniors like myself and Reno. It's just good for the boys to understand the rivalry and how big a game against the Roosters is, not only for, you know, the players playing, but the whole South Sydney community.
As South supporters, we love winning against the Roosters, and any time we get to beat them is a positive. So yeah, it would mean a lot, but obviously, you know, we want to do more than that this season, so can't be the main focus, but I think it's always important to beat them when we can.
I bet Latrell's looking forward to the opportunity.
Yeah, he is. Latrell's been great this year. He's probably more motivated than I've ever seen Latrell to be successful, to win.
I think it's going to be pretty fiery, you know, with Latrell. He's always pretty fiery anyway, and yeah, hopefully we get the win and show them what they're missing.
For a lot of the boys, it's a rivalry. I think for Latrell, it's playing his old club, so yeah, it just adds to the spectacle of the rivalry, and like I said before, it'll be a great day out for everyone.
Damien, you've played with James Tedesco, you play every week with Latrell Mitchell. Who's a better fullback?
Latrell Mitchell, easy. I think what we can all see is how well Latrell started the season off this year. You know, he knows his role at fullback now.
He's brilliant. Fair dinkum. Mate, he's a good player, that fella.
He's our go-to. With him on the field, we know we're a chance of winning every game, and you know, that's the same feeling I used to get with you know, Greggy and Sam running out alongside them.
But Cookie is dubbing half, fair dinkum. One of the best.
we owe a lot to our members from last year. A lot of them, especially stayed on and supported the club, didn't cancel their memberships when they could have. So we're going to go out there and put on a show for them this weekend.
I'll tell you what, it'll be a good tight game. We love playing the Roosters just because it's that one game where it's a grand final. Every time we play the Roosters, it's a grand final.
We hate them with a passion.
And we hate them.
We absolutely hate them with a passion.
Here we go. Does he kick this? Can he get the distance?
Yes.
Boom.
It's on its way.
Boom.
Distance good. Direction good. Flags are in the air. That's the biggest win ever. Over the Rooster side by the men in red and green.
Well, write that down in the book of feuds.
Go the Rabbits.
Eastern
Come on.
suburbs, we hate you.